Hey guys, I'm Ronnie, and today you'll probably get the most realistic version of me because today I'm going to be honestly rating 2025 as a whole. For this video, I'm going to be quite honest, which is exactly why I don't want this video to get views. But this one is for the real ones. Now, whether you know or not, I am actually a legal adult and I just finished matric. Not just, but like, this year I finished matric, right? So I was in matric, which is why my upload schedule was so slow, slow, slow. So yeah, you may have noticed limited number of videos, which has contributed to my views going down. If we have a look here, by the way, Chelsea just lost to Aston Villa 2-1, so my opinions might be a little negatively shifted because I'm not in a good mood. Okay, so this is the first time I'm actually showing my analytics on video. I think I've shown like post showing my analytics, but let's take a look at 2025. I got 86,000 views, 1.8 hours of watch time, 300 subscribers, 1.2 million impressions, 2.5% click-through rate. These are definitely not bad stats at all, but when you consider the fact that this video, for example, was uploaded in 2024, this is uploaded in 2023, this 2024 as well, this 2023, this was 2025, the only plus 1,000 view actual video in 2025 that was uploaded in 2025. Anyways, it shows that 2025, especially when I do this and I show you compared to 2024, we can then see the very big difference. Now, another thing here is it is inflated a lot by shorts. My view count and watch time and subscribe and everything is heavily influenced by shorts. In terms of the fact that this year I have slowed down on shorts creation significantly, it's not that bad. What you want to see is improvement, and like just this year in terms of a video that's done well, I haven't had that. I've had that 2023, I've had that 2024, 2025. Not 20. There's also a big contrast in the views of some videos. I'm actually going to remove my face cam because it's a lot. But like if we look here, right, 166 views, 21, 67. I just came back here, 67 by the way, but you can't see my hands. Anyways, 81, 117, 113, and then 26, and then 400, then 200, then 30, then 80, and then 22. The 122 views is a new concept, so I can understand why it's performing slowly, especially at the beginning. My goal for the year was to get monetized, because last year I was getting close, and I thought that if I just continued the same kind of momentum, which obviously in hindsight I didn't really, there was a lot of stress I was under because of matric and all those things, exams, assignments, all of those things throughout the year. So it was hard to be consistent with the schedule. So I can understand in hindsight why I have not reached monetization, but it's annoying because if I told you that I tried my hardest to make it work, to try and upload videos consistently for you guys, I would be lying. There was a lot of times that I was just lazy, or I could not think of a good idea, which, to be fair, I think the good idea thing, we want to make good videos, right? But I feel like sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have a great idea, like the video I recorded on my birthday. I think it's called like not forfeit. It's called like football tournament or something. It's got like 40 something views. That video I spent a lot of time on. Like the videos that I spend a lot of effort into are usually the ones that don't perform so well. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. A lot of the videos that perform well are more low effort, as you would call it. But I generally don't make a lot of low effort videos. But sometimes, of course, when I actually look at the video while editing it, it does not come out how I want it at all. And those are usually the videos that I don't like. Like, for instance, my recent geography videos. They were fun to record, but when I rushed back the recording and was editing, I saw that while I was making the videos, I had absolutely no energy at all. I was like, just like, Bolivia, Paraguay. That was it. And like, what? This is not the kind of videos I want to be making. So there's a few instances of that. So to be honest, I think I'm gonna have to rate the YouTube aspect like a 5 out of 10. A 5 out of 10. Now, this part is going to be short, yeah, just football, because I'm very invested in football sometimes when my team wins, not like what we've been doing. Anyways, to be honest, second half of last season, Chelsea, they performed well. We were on a winning streak. We won the Conference League, won the Club World Cup. It was fun. I got to watch the final twice. I watched it once live and I watched it once on a school thing. Yeah, to be honest, I can't be asked to try and remember what it's called, but it was a school thing, right? And I saw the final there and I was reliving it, and it was amazing. And then this season, obviously, we started decently and then fell off again, like we do every year, year after year. And to be honest, like it's tiring, bro, because especially when there's so much going on that you want football to be like, an escape route, and then your team does performs hard performances. It's annoying, but that's also what happens when you support a big club, like Chelsea, because you just want to win things. So when your team's not winning, it's yeah, it's not fun watching your team lose. Like when you're under a lot of stress, when you don't have as many things to get you out, like to just like like just football. When you don't have much else, it's not just football. You can't just brush it aside. It does impact your mood. Oh wait, I forgot to say this. South Africa caught up for the World Cup. Yeah, so I'm for the first time I'm gonna be able to watch my country in a World Cup. So that's huge. That bumps up the football aspect. AFCON so far, South Africa won their first game and then lost to Egypt 1-0. Dodgy refereeing performance. To be fair, also in the Chelsea Villa game, we should have got a penalty. I don't care if people say we should have got a pen, but whatever. And then Zambia drew both of their opening games, and then the next game's against Morocco. So you tell me how you think that's gonna go. Yeah, we're going home, man. It's chat. So football aspect, I'd rate like a 7, to be honest, maybe an 8, because of South Africa qualifying for World Cup. So I'll say 8. I made a video about it, even about YouTuber being in a YouTuber's video. Yunus talks football. I mean, the video didn't do well. I didn't expect it to do well. It's just more I just wanted to, make a video about it because at the time it was like a huge moment to feel recognized, especially by someone that you like watch almost all of the videos. Sometimes it's hard to watch all of the videos because they're all about Chelsea. And when as a pessimist myself, I already think negatively. And sometimes I don't want to think like that, but that's just how my body's trained itself to think. So I think negatively a lot. And when I'm thinking negatively and I'm constantly seeing these people talking negatively, because you're not gonna really talk positively when you're losing, especially after years of losing. So sometimes it's like I can't watch it because it's just gonna like it's generally gonna get me down, and I'm trying not to make myself down. In reality, it's better to be positive, but although sometimes when you be positive, it's like you're faking it. So it feels like you're standing on glass over like a big ravine or something, because like it's not real. It's like you've created an illusion to keep yourself steady, but like one small rock and the whole thing can crumble, crack, break, and then you fall down. That's what it felt like. So it felt like it was better to just chill at the bottom and not try to get to the other side. That's how it felt. But I've realized that that is not the best thing to do. Of course, it's okay to be upset sometimes, sad sometimes, but you should not make it like your whole personality or your whole life. Like, I don't know if you guys would have seen, but like, if you look at my TikTok, for example, there's a lot of posts that are just like normal TikToks, and there's some where you can see I'm upset about the performance of my YouTube videos, YouTube channel in general. I make a lot of edits on myself. Most of them are satire. Like, I don't think that highly of myself. I mean, I do from a confidence aspect, because I've had confidence problems when I was younger. Like, I used to find myself ugly when I was like 9, around that age. I used to find myself ugly. Which, now that I think about it, why as such a young child, I don't know why I was thinking of myself like that. It wasn't something I thought about like every day, But whenever I would look into the mirror, it would just be like I did not want to look in the mirror anymore. I mean, like nowadays, I don't really feel like that. I mean, some angles are not the most flattering. Sometimes I don't look the best, but I don't generally look at myself and think, oh, that guy's ugly. Especially when my hair is done. When it's like this, it's a bit, yeah, 50-50. And also another thing I haven't spoken about this year was like the first year for like the whole year without my dad. He did not pass away or anything. He just moved to a different country. Like, not like in a divorce kind of way. It was not like that. Just move job opportunities to another country. So he's only been here once in April for my birthday, for my 18th birthday. He came back to South Africa, and then I think he was here for like a few days, like a bit less than a week. I might be wrong. I can't remember, to be honest, but yeah, for about a week. That's the only time I've seen him this year. So that's also something that's going on behind the scenes that you guys wouldn't have known about. But yeah, okay. I just realized I wanted to rant all about 2023, which I'm not gonna put in the video because it's all about 2018 and this is about 2025. I'm not sure where I was, but anyways, I think I was something to do with friends or relationships, something like that. Anyways, yeah, friends. I have friends, yeah, but I was wondering, is anyone like, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it didn't feel like I was anybody's best friend. And to be honest, even at the end of the year, it didn't feel like that. There was a lot of times where I would like distance myself from my friend group because, like, to be honest, I think I also kind of put it on myself the way I act, because I feel like I kind of put it on myself, but at the same time I don't understand it, because even in my old school, a lot of the times I wouldn't say I'm the butt of the joke, because I make jokes about people. So like it's not that. I don't know how to describe it. But like it almost feels like people don't respect me. Like they don't respect what I say. Like I could say something and they'll disagree with me because I said it. But if someone else says it, then they'll be like, yeah, 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 I get it. You know what I mean? Also, at my old school, again, I'm going back to old years, but this is just for context, right? Like football, when I would play football, I was always told I was bad. Like whenever I made a mistake, it felt like I was getting scrutinized 100 times harder than everyone else. And the funny thing is, I never claimed to be an amazing player. I only started playing football in 2018, 2019. Some of the people were criticizing me for playing football way longer than that. But I always felt like they were on my back. And I don't know if that's because they felt I had potential or if they just wanted someone to laugh at or whatever. But when you think of someone to miss an open goal, they would think of me. When they would think of someone who was just bad at football, they would think of me. A lot of times I was putting goal. To be honest, I wasn't even a bad keeper. But at a certain point, I got fed up of it, of just being put in goal, and like I stood up for myself, and I did get out of goal, and I moved to the bench. Yeah, the bench. There was no man, just the best player on the pitch decided who got benched and who got started, and a lot of times I was getting benched. And to be honest, I didn't score much. I barely scored ever. So I can understand why I was benched, but at the same time, maybe I would score if people believed in me. But it felt like nobody believed in me. But a lot of times, like the pressure got to in the final moments, I was always so close to scoring. No matter what I did, I would always get criticized. Even if I scored, they wouldn't congratulate me if I scored. They'll just be silent. And that's like kind of how I feel now. Like I'm 2 years below them. When in reality I'm actually older than most of them by a few months. Some of them are like a year older than me, but I'm older than most of them. Okay, because like I would feel like I'm the youngest. It was more one-on-one where I would get more respect. But when it was in a group, more than one person almost never get respect. I was not taken seriously, man. And I'll stick by it. I sometimes I'll say like I'll even say it. I'm like, nah, you guys are just saying that because you have an agenda against me. And they'll be like, what? No, bro. Like, why are you playing victim? And I'm like, bro, I'm not. I'm probably proving that point by talking about a YouTube video, but it's not deep. I'm not in high school. I'm leaving high school. So, I don't know. Hopefully, the next stage is better. For the kind of person that I am, sometimes I forget that people aren't like me. And I don't mean that in like I don't know, a God complex kind of way, like where I'm saying like I am superior. I'm just saying I am, especially people my age and my gender. I'm a lot more emotionally there, if you know what I mean. I'm more aligned with my emotions. Like most men don't speak about their emotions, and I feel like that's also another reason why I'm not respected, because I don't like hide my emotions. Like I speak if I like, yeah, I don't hide my emotions really. That most of the time, if I feel a certain way, you'll know it. Like I'll show it. If I'm upset about something, I'll talk about it. And I feel like because of because of how much I talk about these things, like people think of me as less of a man. To be honest, I've tried it before of just bottling emotions, and I feel too much to do it. The last time I tried to bottle emotions and just keep it inside, it came out in an ugly way. And like when I talk about, like having someone like choose me, right? Like being someone's like best friend, I don't expect them to like, choose me over their life. Especially when you're in the last year of high school in grade 12. Number one, school should be the most important thing for you. And also what you're gonna do after school. And you still got family. Just not to be left out in favor of other people. Like there's not one single person from my school that I believe, if given the option to hang out with someone, would choose me over someone else in the school. I genuinely don't believe there's a single person. And I felt it on multiple occasions. There's a lot of moments where I felt like people were choosing others above me. To be honest, this video is not about girls, because if I did that video, this video would be like 2 hours long. But I would be lying if I said that that was not something that I think about a lot. Now, usually when I tell people like my whole life I've wanted like a girlfriend, right? It sounds really sad, especially if you tell a girl that. It's like, why? Like, just live your life, like, bro, like live for you, not live your whole life wanting a girlfriend. Like, that's weird. Like, that's what they usually say when I tell them. I don't know what to tell you. Just as a child, I always found the uh intimacy and like closeness of romantic relationships to be special, even as a child. like, cause I have parents who are still together. I was able to see what it's like, and they're like, for example, 2018, my uncle passed away. My dad's youngest brother passed away. My second uncle on my dad's side who passed away. When he passed away, like I had to go to school. I think it was the next day after he found out, and also he had just had a child. Like it was just very sad. It was heartbreaking, right? So I go to and like I still had to go to school the day after that, and I broke down. I'm close to family. I don't really have family members that I'm not close with. So when my uncle passed away, that shook me. I was 12 at the time, and I started having um panic attacks because panic attacks, anxiety attacks. I don't remember. There's similarity in the There's one of the two. The one that you don't feel like you're dying as much, but like a lot of I would start thinking about that because since I was young, I've always been a very I don't know how to say it, in my mind, not overthinking. When I was young, I wasn't overthinking, but I think a lot. Even when I was younger, I think about things a lot. So death, when my uncle passed away, I was like thinking about death. That was the thing that was on my mind. Obviously, I missed him as well. I was thinking like, what happens after you die? And I would get anxiety attacks because of the fear of death. I can still get them now, but it usually happens when I think about things like space and I think about how big the world is and how easily everything could end. But anyways, past that. I how did I get to this? I don't remember how I got to this. Flip. Sometimes to help prevent, well, most of the time to help prevent those anxiety attacks, I would think about like, cause I would be thinking about like I'm gonna die, and like it felt like I was gonna die soon. Not like I was dying, but it felt like I was gonna die soon. It didn't feel like when I was 12, I did not imagine being 14, which is crazy. Not because I was depressed, but just because of how terrified I was of the fear. That's how good bad. Just because of how terrified I was of death. And like I would comfort myself by talking about like it's okay because obviously my family, most of them are older than me, which means that chances are they will most likely pass away and I most likely visit. So a lot. So I would also think about when they pass away, right? And like how I deal with that. And the way I would soothe myself is like, don't worry. When you're older, you'll have like a partner that you can talk to these things about, and she'll be similar age to you. So you got like so in those moments, you can talk to her, right? And I will say most of the time, like I never, I wouldn't, I could obviously think of those things with like a best friend, but I mean, realistically, you're gonna be closer with your wife than your best friend. At least you should be, in my opinion. So like, obviously, it's something that I did. Like I told myself I'd get a girlfriend by 14, but that's just like that's just something that kids do, and that's how I felt. It was like I don't have a girlfriend because I'm young, and to be fair, probably because I was definitely not ready for a girlfriend when I was younger. And I wouldn't know if I'm ready now. Maybe I'm not ready now still. But I'm not it's not something I think about every day. It's just something that sometimes comes to my mind. There was times where I would think about it more often than not. But in general, I don't think about it that much. I mean I talk like if you ask my friends, they'll say I talk about girls a lot. But I don't know what to tell you. It's not something that I do consciously. I don't consciously choose to do that. It's just like my whole life. I never thought it would be as such. Uh, I never when I was younger. I just never thought it would be such a big thing as it is now. Where it's like if you want a girlfriend, yearn for a girlfriend, like it's desperate. Like and then like people are like, "Oh, don't be desperate for like because obviously no one likes no like girls aren't gonna want a desperate man. You know what I'm saying? I can get where people I tell are coming from because to them, especially to girls, it sounds like I've just been desperate for a girlfriend my whole life, which is sad. It's like your whole life all you've wanted is a girlfriend. But in like it's deeper than that. It's not just I want a girlfriend for a girlfriend. It's not because of that. It's because of really it's not about wanting a girlfriend. It's about wanting a partner. Somebody that you can rely on all the time. Someone that's always going to be there for you. It is never just about having a girlfriend. And I think that's where, people when they hear it, they're like, bro, that's sad. Or like, why? That's dumb. Why do you want that so much? Because also to be fair, I don't describe it like that because I'm also learning myself. I'm learning about myself as well. I don't describe it as that. So to them, it just sounds like my whole life I've just wanted a girl that I could kiss and date and all those things. But my whole life I've just wanted a partner. It's never just been about I don't know what comes with like girlfriend. I don't know whatever people think of with like having a girlfriend. Like that's not what it's about. I think if I had the same mindset I had a few years ago, I would say it was probably one of the worst years of my life. But because my mindset has changed and I try to not be as negative, I'd probably say like a four over. Uh, yeah, this aspect I'd say like a four. Bro, my forehead's big, bro. Like, and also, oh yeah, I forgot to say this, but near the end of the end, like November, I got like a toe injury. So for like a month and a half, haven't been able to play football properly. My toe's been swollen. So that was nice into the year as well. If I look at it now, I actually haven't looked at it in a while. Let me see. To be honest, it is the swelling gone down quite a lot. I would say it's still a bit yellow, but it's definitely gotten better. Yeah, I can press down. It doesn't feel. I don't really feel the callus. Okay, so that's healing. Hopefully, I can be back with some football videos soon. Although, we don't have a ball. I mean, we have a ball, but not a good ball. Our last ball went over. Our cousin kicked it over the wall somehow. I went inside for 2 minutes and the ball's gone. But hopefully 2026, I can make some better videos for you guys. And hopefully some other stuff in my life goes my way. Oh wait, let me quickly show you the present. Check this bad boy out. If you don't know what it is, it's a Nintendo Switch. But not just any Switch. It's a Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know if that shows you it's a Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, it's a Switch 2. It's a Switch 2, man. I got a Switch 2. I never thought I'd get something like this for Christmas. To be honest, like this, saved this year. The Nintendo Switch 2, saved this year. It's brought hope to 2026. Hopefully this Switch is a sign of things to come. So hopefully in the near future, I'll make some videos with this Switch 2 I got. And also with the lavalier, whatever it's called, mic. And I'll say this, yeah, now that it's by the end of the video and absolutely nobody's watching this, most likely, sometimes I just miss the closeness of feeling I have someone to talk to. Like, in these moments where Chelsea lose, in 2023, for example, when we were dog, you know the rest of it. We were bad. We were really bad. It was hard being a Chelsea fan. I had, in those moments, I had someone I could talk to feel better. Sometimes I miss having a person like that. But at the same time, I wouldn't go back to those people. I also wouldn't like stop myself from meeting those people. I think how everything played out was fine. It's in God's hands. It's following God's plan. So my message for you guys is trust in God. As I'm doing so myself, it may seem scary sometimes. Don't know what he has in store for you. Like, there's also times where I question if I will ever find someone. But at the end of the day, whether I think about it on a random Thursday evening, it's not going to change whether it happens or not. So it's best just to do what you can do and let God do his magic. And if you don't believe in God, then I don't know how, like, just trust the process. I don't know what to say. If you don't believe in God, just trust the process. Because we all have a purpose, even if it seems like we don't. We all do. Or at least you can tell yourself that to make yourself feel better. To be honest, ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. Bye. Hope you enjoyed, I guess. Goodbye. We'll see you next year. I don't know when this video will come out. This will probably be my last video of the year. I think that makes sense, right? My last time you see me. Maybe I'll make a highlight video. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I can make a highlight video for 2025.